Good afternoon. This beautiful afternoon. You are onto the sports desk of Global Television Live and Direct on the Star Time Channel 276. You know, the station is Global Television. And our focus this afternoon from the sports angle, the cabinet appointment, what next for youth and sports at large. We are looking at this while we await the appointment of the ministers. We are looking forward to what happens with this appointment, because it's more like the second coming of Christ. It's been a long time coming, and while we are waiting for that, this beautiful afternoon, we are going to be focusing on the happenings over the years with the past ministers we have seen in the Ministry of Youth and Sports. We are going to be discussing this, and by we, I am not alone in the studio, but you get to know who is with me this afternoon when we return from this brief time out. We'll be right back. You're welcome back, and from the sports angle, the sports desk, I have with me this afternoon to be doing justice to the topic we have, and it's not other but the person of Mr. Marcus Kaka, the Chief Security Officer of Palms Hotel and a sports enthusiast. He's with me this afternoon. You are welcome to the show, Mr.
Thank you very much.
All right, and
good afternoon, viewers.
All right. And he has joined us this afternoon. We want to look at, like I already said in the course of opening the show, we're looking at the Herculean task that lies in the sports ministry that is resting on it over the years since 1975, that the Ministry of Youth and Sports, though it wasn't called that as a then, had the first Minister of Youth and Sports. Till date, we still have this bromance, this relationship, affectionate relationship with snail speed that is gracing all organs of the ministry. What is happening? What is going on? Mr. Kaka, Mr.
Yes,
Marcus Kaka.
Yes, thank you.
This afternoon, a lot goes on in the Ministry of Youth and Sports, sports at large. Our emphasis is what is responsible for the lacuna, the gap that is so difficult to bridge over the years. We have seen several ministers coming to fore and occupying the seat of the Ministry of Youth and Sports. But somehow we still have challenges upon challenges. Now with us awaiting the incoming Minister of Youth and Sports, do you see this task that lies in waiting for this very minister that is incoming? Do you see him being able to tackle some of these tasks?
Well, to begin, I would like to say, you know, we all wish well for our nation. We all wish well for the NFF to triumph, because of as you rightly said, what we have been having. I mean, as a worm that is eating the NFF up. I'm seeing a better future. I'm seeing a future for the Ministry of Youth and Sport. I'm seeing a better future if only he can be able to identify with some of the problems are coming from. You see, the thing is, let me bring this. You know, we have been having these challenges, these political challenges that have come into the that is interfering in the NFF, and has been a worm eating the Nigerian football. I see us coming. I see us coming good with the current administration. And I mean, looking at how the administration line of administration is coming in.
Okay.
So
Mr. Marcos, you already took the words out of my mouth,
yes,
because I was getting there. The Nigerian Football Federation is just an organ under the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
Yes.
And by organ now, we are narrowing it down to football with the Nigerian Football Federation.
Yeah.
Before we go into that, well, look, if we take it from the angle of the basketball, the Nigerian Basketball Federation set up Dalong saying while he was there as the minister, the problems the NBBF faces now, they were not there.
Yeah.
Indirectly, he was saying the immediate past Minister of Youth and Sports, and that's Mr. Sunday Dare. He was indirectly saying for him, meaning the problems he tackled and the NBBF, the Nigerian Basketball Federation, they were doing very well, but somehow they became a problem.
Yeah.
What is going on with the Nigerian Football Federation is also going on with other sports angles. So I would not want us to narrow it down to a particular sport. All around.
Yes.
The big question I want to ask is, and you've already brought it out of my mouth.
Yes.
Players are getting, we have seen where players, whether basketball, football, the boxing, we have seen them for them to attend to the needful. Is it that the ministry does not get the needed funds to tackle this? And what you just mentioned, politics is interfering with the ministry and it's affecting what they are supposed to do. What are your recommendations? What do you feel, the preferred solutions you feel should be tabled before the incoming Minister of Youth and Sports that will help curb this menace?
Thank you very much. What I would like to say here is adequate preparation.
Okay.
In all this, adequate preparation. And we can't do that without eradicating corruption in the system. Because what is actually eating up the whole thing is corruption and sentiment. If my own is not there, you feel as, coming up with energy to support, it's a waste of time. And that is why you see our men, after securing a beautiful place to play internationally, they'll be left stranded. Sometimes you see for their allowances to be paid is a problem.
Very well.
Okay, just take a look at the recent case of the Super Falcons.
The bonuses.
Yes, the bonuses. Okay, let's go to the boxing. The case of Jeremiah Okorodu, whose corpse was even abandoned. Can you see that?
And this was the man. This
is a man that won. Yes, he have won a lot of heart to Nigerians.
The nation very well.
Of course.
Somehow, at the point where he needed the same federation, the nation where they ought to have come out from. For it was somehow painful and appalling that a man of social pedigree, at the time that he has passed on from this very existence, and we saw that his corpse was still seized.
Yes,
it was and is still a slap on the faces of the various federations, whether the boxing, the ministry at large. Now that these problems are before us, do you see where Mr. Solomon Dalong, where he left off, and Mr. Sunday Akin Dare took over? Do you see the incoming unknown minister, be the person coming, female or male, attending to these problems? And I already asked, what do you feel? You already said the cases of corruption should be removed. And by corruption, that's more like we are casting our net wide, and it can catch both the innocent and those who are actually the perpetrators of this act. Do you feel when the minister comes in, there should be an overhauling of the cabinet? Yes, a new minister is coming in, where we still have the permanent secretary that is still active. all other stakeholders that will be under him, do you feel he should overhaul? Because if we cut off the top of the tree, the branches, and the roots are still tapped to the ground, there is every tendency that they will germinate and grow back up. So do you feel he should overhaul, or what are your own recommendations aside curbing corruption?
We cannot throw a famous saying, and I quote, we cannot throw the baby with the dirty bath water.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, it's left for the minister. Okay, he should do the overhaul on his own path. Okay. That is coming from this angle, checking his predecessors. What were the leakages? Where were they lacking? Okay, you know, most of government and where we are getting all these things wrong is because the current or the present leadership failed to look at the past, most especially when it comes to where the faults, where things were not working right. Okay, they just concentrate on, okay, how can we just make it? Yes.
They never go back.
Yes, yes. So we don't go back on it. But if you want to actually get it right, then you have to look back. The back is actually a story, but it actually prepared you for the future. Well, you get that story to be able to prepare well. So the current minister, I believe, if he will go back to the drawing board of his predecessors, he will get it right. Okay, he'll get it right, because politics have already shown in. Politics was deeply eating it up, and I mean the sentiment thing is already on play. So he needs to go back, check where the leakages have come from, then block those leakages. Yes, block those leakages, and also not overhaul the system. Okay, because we still have good people there. We still have good people. Okay, we still have good people there. So by his own discretion, he can be able to pick.
Dot the I's
yes.
Okay, Mr. You've heard Mr. Solomon Kaka from the sports angle this afternoon. Mr. Marcus, I'm now mistaking you for Mr. Solomon.
Maybe I will be there tomorrow.
Okay, you'll be there tomorrow.
Yes.
I like what you just said. He will be there becoming a minister one day. Yeah. Whether it does not necessarily have to do with sports.
And I'm telling you, I will deliver.
You will deliver.
I will deliver.
Especially with what you have said.
Yes, I'll deliver.
And you have heard Mr. Marcus Kaka. We are still on this topic, the cabinet appointments. What are going to be the things that the incoming Minister of Youth and Sports. We'll be right back when we return from this brief timeout. Go nowhere. All right, welcome back, and you are still on to this very segment, an interesting segment, while we await the list that will be made known to us as regards the ministers. Mr. Marcus Kaka has been with me doing justice to the expectations of the incoming minister. Finally, as we begin to wrap up on this, the Falcons, Super Falcons of Nigeria, they are representing the nation right now in Australia and New Zealand. And we are seeing them in the first outing against Canada. They played a goalless draw, but somehow picking the point. And right now, as it stands, they are the only nation, African nation, representative right there at the ongoing Women Mundial. To have a point, all of us they've been facing thrashing from one angle to the other. And right now, with them playing Australia come Thursday, what are your and amid the issue of Randy Wardrum, you mentioned bonuses not paid just now, and these girls, they've been able to put that aside and trying to see how they can represent the nation, play for the color, play for the nation, a thing of pride rather than allowing issues draw them back. What do you see them pulling through from the group stage, and what do you have to say concerning the angle of bonuses? What do you feel the NFF should do? The NFF is under the ministry as we begin to wrap up.
To say it very shortly, I want the NFF to actually look onto their warfare. Their warfare is very important. They need motivation. I can see the spirit in them. I can see them,
especially with
with their play, with the
president of the NFF, Mr. Gusau, coming, and he needs to support the Falcons.
Of course, I see this spirit. I see this spirit of, this high level of fight in them, that really they want to get this trophy. Okay, so what they just need now is motivation
and incentives.
Yes, and their incentive should be looked upon. You know, they should not delay their incentive. Okay,
pay
because
the ones that are outstanding.
Yes, but the one that are outstanding. I'm telling you, if you can do that, these girls are awesome. They are already doing it well there.
All right, okay. Now, for time's sake, what's your prediction?
I see them trashing 2-1.
2-1.
Yes,
okay,
against Australia. Yes.
2-1 in favor of the Falcons.
Of course.
Mr. Marcus has said he's a sports enthusiast, and he has said a lot for the incoming Minister of Youth and Sports, and hopefully for every stakeholders. And he has said the issue of corruption should be tackled, and